What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ro. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is actually gonna be the first video for my truck driving series. I would say basically just gonna be giving my experiences in the truck driving industry, as well as just venting or going over certain topics in my life as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, troll, whatever you want to do, man. Show me love. I'm trying to keep this thing going for you guys. Basically, I want to give knowledge that I wasn't given when I was searching for certain information as far as me starting the truck driving journey. I started truck driving back in September. We're in January now, so it hasn't been that long. I was in the military for 4 years where I drove certain vehicles and operated certain military vehicles, so I do have just a little bit of experience in that field. But as far as tractor trailer experiences, just from September to now, that's all I have. I went with a outside trucking school. I did not go to school with a company. I do suggest that if you are considering going to school, look up certain programs. They have certain grants and certain programs that people can qualify for that'll pay for you to get your CDL. So that way you're not coming out of pocket, man, because that shit gets expensive when you're having to pay out of pocket for your CDL. The first step is, of course, going to be getting your permit. You can always go to the DMV and get the book for free. Study up on that and go take your permit test and get your permit. I think I paid like $25 for mine. But I will say, for me, the book did not help. So I got a app called CDL Prep. That is CDL Prep. I downloaded that app. It's free. It had the test questions on there. I just studied those questions repetitive until I got familiar with them. And then I ended up taking my test and I passed it. So I got my CDL permit. Went to school. I ended up even starting school late because I had already had my permit. In the people in my class didn't have their permit yet, so they had to still get there. So they told me to come back at a later time. I went. Immediately we got into pre-trip inspection. Make sure that is something that you get down pat, your pre-trip, because you're going to have to go through pre-trip before you do any type of driving. For me, what helped me was I would read off my pre-trip and I record it on my phone. And then I would play it back everywhere I went, work, just driving around with my kids, or anything. I would just play it back to myself constantly. And it helped for me. I ended up passing my pre-trip and moved on to the driving. The driving, it's pretty much with you, how you adjust to it, being behind the wheel. With the skills, just don't second guess yourself, don't overcorrect, and don't be scared to get out and look. We try to get it on the first try. It's not gonna happen, man. We're new drivers. It's not just gonna happen like that. You have to really, it takes time and expertise. So don't be scared to get out and look. And when you do get out and look, make that look worth your while. Look at everything. Look at how far you are from your lane or wherever you got to be at. Just look at everything and pay attention to everything, because you don't want to waste those get out and looks. So with the road driving, it's pretty much you're just in your car. You have a trailer behind you, but you're just driving a vehicle. You know how to drive, so it's just you calming down. Don't rush stuff. Don't pay attention to, well, listen, pay attention to your surroundings, but don't let it affect you. Don't let it affect your driving. Don't feel like you have to rush yourself to get out of the way for a vehicle, because you are a student driver. And always remember that you have to learn how to maneuver with that trailer attached to you, and you can't just go out there and just haul ass the first chance you get, because you're not going to understand the gist of it. So just learn as much as you can now, while you're in school, or while you're practicing or whatever. After I graduated school, I got my CDL. I also got my doubles and triples endorsements and my tanker endorsements. That I used CDL Prep as well, and it got me prepared for that. So I got that on my license. I ended up going with Knight. Narrowed it down to 3 companies: Werner, Knight, and Schneider. I went with Schneider. liked it Snyder because they had the home time. It was pretty good home time. Werner, their pay was decent, and Knight was just at my hometown. Like the terminal was in my hometown, so I went with Knight because I felt like that'd be easier for me and my family as far as the commute and just being home. And if I'm rushing, I'm sorry, man. I just realized YouTube only gives you like 15 minutes, so I'm trying to explain everything I can. But again, if I didn't go over something that you're interested about or that you would like to know, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get back with you. Or if y'all like for me to cover over certain topics, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back with you. So I did I got with Knight, I did orientation, I got piss test, and I got hair sample test. They both came back good. I started. I told them I was ready to start right away. I left like late November, stayed with my trainer from late November to the end of December. It was pretty decent. He was a cool guy. Shout out to him. I learned a lot from him. He ran me like a dog, but I learned a lot from him, and I'm glad I did run that much and that we did go through what we went through, because it taught me a lot for now. Now I'm on the road. I've been on the road by myself for like 3 weeks now. It's not too bad. It's just a lot of stuff that you have to remember, because it's easy to forget, especially when you're by yourself and you don't have anybody telling you, hey, remember this, remember to do this, remember to do that. It's easy to forget certain things. I have made my mistakes. Luckily, they haven't been crazy mistakes, but still mistakes nonetheless. You're going to make mistakes as a driver. Don't allow yourself to get stressed, because everybody has made mistakes. Big things that I will point out that you should know, or that you should be looking into when you start to drive by yourself and stuff like that, is that 45-degree parking, man. You're going to have to know it, because wherever you are, if you're going to a truck stop or anything like that, you have to do that shit in order to get into a parking space. That's one thing I realized. Like the offset and all that stuff, like I haven't used that yet. I haven't had to use parallel yet, but the 45, I've had to use that just about every time it's going to happen. And the straight line backing, of course. So just as much as you can, practice that. Pre-trip, you still got to do pre-trip every day. So, keep that in mind. Like I said, man, mistakes will happen. We are all new drivers. For me personally, this journey for mine is temporary. I don't see myself as a truck driver for the rest of my life. This is just something that I felt would benefit my family, and also would be a good safety net if things didn't work out. I want to be an entrepreneur and own my own business. I want to open up a restaurant or a food truck. So that's what I'm working towards. I'm saving up money so I can invest in myself, because I'm tired of punching the clock for somebody else. That's just my opinion. I will say this: go after what you want to go after in life. Be who you want to be in life, even if it's that dream that you had as a child, that I want to be this when I grow up. Like as a kid, that's all I wanted to do, was have my own restaurant, and I'm going after it. Not just for myself, but I want to set an example for my daughters that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. Don't let nobody tell you that you're doing wrong, or and don't let nobody allow you to doubt yourself. We don't make wrong decisions. All we do is make mistakes that we learn from. Continue to learn, continue to progress. If there's anything that I can help y'all with, please let me know. Some things that I know that I missed for a fact is, with the DOT physical, they do a BMI test, which, it's like the height and weight or whatever like that. Me, I'm a bigger guy. I had to lose weight, basically because if you don't pass the BMI metric test or whatever like that, they'll automatically qualify you for a sleep apnea test. You coming out of pocket $300, and then I think you have to renew your physical every 3 months, compared to every, I think it's 2 years or whatever. So I didn't want to do that. I had to drop like 14-15 pounds, which I ended up doing that in like 2 weeks time, or a week and a half time. It was rough, but if you dedicated enough, you can make it happen. If y'all have any questions about that, I can tell y'all how I did that. Just feel free to hit me up and let me know what your questions are. Pay, right now I'm making like 36 cents a mile. Just starting off, it's going to be for the first 30,000 miles, and then it'll go up to the normal driving pay. It's on a sliding scale, and I'll be sure to go over that more in the next video. But just know it's around 36 cents a mile. That's your lowest. And then during training you're making 500 a week, but with taxes and stuff taken out, it's like 460 something, and that's just for night. So I don't know how other, some companies give you more, some will give you less. So I'm just speaking on the perspective from night transportation. If y'all have any questions about night transportation that I can answer, or if you're interested in joining with night, just feel free to hit me up, and I'll give you as much information as I can. And if I don't know, I'll go find out the information and I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I'm in this, we all in this together. We are all new drivers. If you are a new driver, don't be discouraged, man. There's a lot of good drivers out there that's willing to help you guys. There are a lot of assholes. It's just regular, like life. It's the world, so don't be discouraged. Don't be scared to ask any questions, because if you don't ask questions, you're gonna just put yourself in a worse position. I call my trainer like at least 5-6 times a day, asking him questions that I probably know the answer to, but I just want to get clarification and make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So don't be scared to do that, man. Like I said again, please like, subscribe, comment, share. If you're here to troll your hardest, man. If that's what you want to do, if you're a troll your hardest, man. Please do that. Everything, just make the best out of whatever situation that you are in, and if you're going to do something, do it to your fullest capability. We never know how strong we truly are until we push ourselves to that limit, and that's what life is all about, because it's too precious to waste. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and if y'all got anything, please feel free to hit me up and reach out.